A fresh controversy is brewing inside the Senate over a supposed draft resolution that seeks to kill the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte before the trial begins. Let's get more details from Hannah T. live from the Senate. Hannah, can you confirm if this is true and how are senators reacting to this?
Yes, Mai, that's actually true. Earlier this morning, a lot of reporters were shocked about a draft resolution that surfaced and circulated among the Senate media. And Senator Amy Marcos, a close ally of Vice President Sara Duterte, confirms she saw not just one, but several draft resolutions seeking to dismiss the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte. Marcos says these are all looking into legal ways into ending the case without loopholes. But the catch, Mai, is none of these drafts have been filed yet. Senate Secretary Renato Bantug told reporters he checked with the Bills and Index section. As of now, no resolution has been formally filed. This after a document was obtained by the media earlier this morning arguing that the Senate delayed too long and the case should be considered de facto dismissed because the Senate did not act quickly after receiving the articles in February. The draft cites the word forthwith in the Constitution, saying the Senate should have immediately started the trial. It also claims VP Sara's right to a speedy case has been violated. Several senators, namely Bato de la Rosa, Risa Ontiveros, and Bongo, said they have not seen such document. But Senate Minority Leader Coco Pimentel called it flawed. He said it's a big chance it's not authentic, and even the constitutional quote in the draft is not accurate. The Constitution does not say that a case is dismissed if the Senate does not act fast, and the right to speedy disposition only applies to courts and government agencies, not to Senate impeachment trials. The idea of dismissing the case is not new. Senate Majority Leader Francis Tolentino recently argued the same in a manifestation. He said the Senate can no longer hold the trial after June 30, and pushing it to the next Congress would be unconstitutional. When asked if his office had knowledge of the circulating reso, his staff said no. Escudero earlier made one thing clear: the plenary will decide on the fate of the impeachment. On Billionario News Channel's On Point, Escudero says it's a matter of numbers.
It may be right, it may be wrong. Sometimes I vote against what the majority wants, but under our democratic system, majority rules and majority wins.
Escudero moved of the impeachment articles from June 2 to 11 after prioritizing passage of 12 priority bills as well as confirmation hearings of cabinet officials. The presentation is the very first step before convening as an impeachment court. Since June 11 is the last session day before the Senate's adjournment, if 13 senators or a simple majority vote against the trial, then it won't push through in the 19th Congress. Escudero was earlier questioned if he's trying to retain Senate President after being reported that he leads a group of senators trying to bury the impeachment trial, to which the Senate President already denied. At this point, the clock is ticking for the Senate body.
Hannah, just to be clear, is the draft obtained by the media the same as one of the versions seen by Senator Amy Marcos? Because I learned there are several versions of this.
Yes, to quote, she said, parang pangatlo yan sa nakita ko. And so Marcos confirmed she saw several drafts, all three aiming to find a legally sound solution. Back to you, Mai.
All right, thank you, Hannah T, reporting to us live from the Senate.